I was looking for something a little different, and I wanted something biscuity and cheesy, and this is what I found. They're called cheese bombs, two different kinds. One made with lots of butter, and one made with just regular out of the can biscuits. I'm hungry. Let's get started. First up are cheddar cheese bites. Now these are pretty cool. These are your basic cheddar cheese biscuits, but we make them a little smaller. Mostly because you don't want huge biscuits. I mean, maybe you do, but I wanted little small bite-sized ones. So into this goes a half a cup of flour, and right here is a half teaspoon of mustard powder. Honestly, if you're going to go the mustard powder route, put in a teaspoon, a couple teaspoons. Don't mess around with a little bit. Now that's a half stick-ish of butter. I think I put too much in. And that's softened butter. You don't want it liquidy, but you don't want it cold out of the fridge. And along with that, of course, because they're cheese bites, you need a cup. That was probably about a cup and a quarter of cheddar cheese, or like mine was a cheddar cheese mix there. And now we're just going to mix her all together till it all combines. A little bit of effort because you don't add any liquid to it, which I found strange, but you had to work on it and keep mixing and mixing by hand, of course. And there you go. There's a hunk of dough ready to make cheese bites out of. So I guess if you're going to roll it out, you can make them any kind you want, any size you want. I chose the about that size. We end up with 16. I might have been able to make them even a little smaller. Gotten like 20 out of them. We're going to put that aside. Here's our second set of appetizers. These are called cheese bombs. So we've got mozzarella, and I guess you could use whatever cheese you want. I tried to guess at the chunks I was going to use. So you can see there's not a ton of cheese in it, although there really was. There was more than enough for what we were making. So I've got 12 pieces. However, 12 doesn't go into 10 very well, so we're going to have to get a little creative. Because here's my can of biscuits. Now after having done this, because I did at the very end, oh yeah, do you ever have fun trying to open these things? They never open the way they're supposed to, and maybe it's just me. But here's our biscuits. And the idea is you take a chunk of cheese and put it in the middle and then fold over all the sides to kind of seal it up. And for some reason I do a horrible job at sealing these things up. I'm sure there's a trick I haven't quite learned yet, but I'll get there. Now you can see they don't look that big, but of course they're going to expand once you get baking them. So because I knew I had 10 biscuits but 12 cubes of cheese, when I got to the end I made 4 half biscuits to give a try, just to see if there was any kind of a difference or whatever. And I guess about the only real difference is the smaller ones were much more bite-sized. They were more what I wanted. If I'm making this again, I'm going to do exactly what I'm doing right here. I'm going to cut the biscuits in half, and you can see the difference in size. Using the same cheese, and I'll do it that way. You'll end up with 20 pieces as opposed to what I got there, 12, 13, 14 pieces. and they were oh so good. Huh. So here's our 2 sets of cheese biscuit appetizers. You can see the difference. The top one has lots of cheddar cheese in it. The bottom one's got the hidden cube of cheese. Now these are going to bake in the oven at 400, 10 to 12 minutes. You keep your eye on them. While we're waiting for the biscuits to come out of the oven, I've gotten some butter, melted it in the microwave, put a little bit of, that's Italian seasoning. And we're going to mix that all up. Now here's our biscuits out of the oven, and you can kind of see the difference. I might have even let them go another minute or 2. But now you want to put all that butter on the cheese biscuits. Look at that. And you can see how some of them leaked out, but I want to try one of the little guys. And it is so good, especially with that butter on top. Now here's our other ones. They kind of baked into cookie cheese bombs, but they're still good. They taste fantastic. I think making them again, go a little easier on the butter. But once again, these are 2 real quick things to make. You got people coming over, you want something a little different. I definitely recommend them. Hey, another great recipe. I hope you'll give it a try. Leave me a comment below, one way or the other. Listen, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because that'll tell you the next time I upload a video. Feel free to share this and any of my other videos. And thanks for stopping by and watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.